background not showing? Super weird how it does that. Okay. I'll make sure this is working. Why does it look so funny? This looks super funny. Let me see. All right, we good. Okay. Hey guys, come on in. I'm a little bit late tonight. I was ripping and running today and I did not get on here as fast as I wanted to. So I'm sorry. I know that a lot of people didn't get enough notice. Hey sis, I'll make you a moderator. Yeah, so we're going to have a really important conversation tonight. Can y'all hear me all right? I never know. Sometimes people say I'm too loud, then they be like, turn it up. I don't know. Okay. They said never mind, just deaf. Someone say Six looking like Susie Carmichael. Susie Carmichael, I'm weak. All right, so tonight we're going to be talking about co-parenting or co-funding. Which one is it? Now, this live was brought about by a male client that I actually have who has a child himself, but his child's mother passed away from cancer. So he does have a daughter. However, you know, it's just him. There's no mom. So he was talking to me about how he is, you know, crushing on this sister. And he's like, you know, she does have a child and he's trying to figure out, you know, is it cool to go ahead and date her? He's trying to figure out, you know, like where are we in regards to dating a woman with a child and what the deal with the father is. So now I have said this a few times and I'm going to go ahead and say it again. Oh, thank you for the $5 super chat, Aisa A. Thank you. Someone said, where are my grand folks from? Like my grandparents? I'm not really sure what you mean by that. So basically, he want information on, okay, listen. All right, Shawty got a child. You know what I'm saying? But I'm feeling Shawty. This is the thing. Okay? And people can feel different ways about this. When it comes to quality, intelligent, beautiful, feminine women, that is something that masculine men naturally want in their wives. I feel like present day, the men are being realistic and they're saying, okay, what is most important to me? What's most important to them, again, is having feminine black women. Okay, because y'all swear that black men don't want black women, but the truth is, black men 100% want black women. Okay, 100%. Yes, they surely do. They want that. So if you're a black man and you know you're not about to marry out, which that means 80% of black men, because 80% of black men are married to black women. So vast majority of black men are not with the raw turkey wings. Okay. Majority of black men want that rotisserie Boston Market, crispy, golden skinned black woman. They don't want that raw Cornish hen. They're not out here trying to get salmonella permanently for life. Okay. So marrying one of them is permanent salmonella. It's just a permanent stomach ache. And brothers are not lining up for that. Okay. They're just not. Thank you, the swarthy wizard, for the super chat of $5. You look like a beautiful version of Moesha, aka Brandy. I'll take that. Okay. Thank you for the $10 super chat, FBA Nigel. Now reading your name, FBA. Now that makes sense as to why you're asking where my grandparents are from. As the foundational Black American, you trying to make sure I'm like an American Black person. I'm an American Black person, sir. Okay, my family have always been citizens of the United States. My mother's side of family are from Pennsylvania, from Philadelphia. Philly, what up? Woo woo, that's 215, what it do? And my father's side of family are from Greenville, North Carolina. So I got that city and that country Bama kind of mixed up. And then me, I'm a Florida girl. Even though I reside in Georgia, but I'm gonna rep Florida till the day I die, period. Okay, that's who made me. So I guess you would definitely consider me a foundational Black American, even though I don't believe in all those terms. You black, you black. Okay, but you black, whether you from here in America, black in Africa, black in Australia, black wherever you are, to me we black. So I don't like to necessarily fall into the whole foundational Black American and continental Africans and all that. So what's happening? Back to the subject. Y'all don't have me getting off subject. I'm trying to figure out why this looks so off center. Let me see. Like, how can I make this look more centered? Like, this is aesthetically unpleasing for me. I think this is the artist in my mind. Aesthetically unpleasing with the lack of symmetry. It's the lack of symmetry that's irritating me. Okay, that's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. So, I can't pronounce his name, but he says it might be nice for us to experiment with other races, but we naturally want Black families. Yeah, I mean, we naturally are supposed to want to reproduce, you know, it's normal to want to reproduce with someone that look like you, okay? It's normal if you love yourself for you to want your children to look like you, okay? So I agree with that. I think that, yeah, most Black people, that definitely is what we want, okay? So anyway, back to what we were talking about. We don't got off subject. So now brothers are forced to make these decisions, okay? And the decision is, what do they really want? What's most important? So for brothers, where Black women who are feminine, Black women who, you know how to be good, nurturing wives, mothers, Black women that look good, Black women who are sexy and, go with their flow and just pleasant to be around, the Black men are saying that's what they want. Now, what's happening is they're saying, listen, that's what I want. If that means that this is a woman with a child, some men are saying, then that's just what it is. Some men are saying they'd rather be with a woman who may have children, but she's a better quality woman. Her femininity is intact. He can really build a future with her. The men are realizing this 23-year-old woman that's only had 3 dicks with no children, that is just in line, lining up to be your loving, nurturing wife, they're realizing that that girl doesn't exist. And if she does exist, she definitely wouldn't want them, okay? Most 23-year-olds, present day, they trying to get some money, make OnlyFans, and be bosses and do what they want. Most 23-year-old girls, I'm sorry, but they are not, like, their life mission is not, oh my God, I want to marry an older man and sit my ass down in the house and dote on him. I mean, that's just not realistic. And I think men are starting to realize this. When men continue to be in these cycles of single, these men want to have children. Now men are starting to come forward and be like, all right. So let's just go ahead and go back to the drawing board. And they want their women feminine. If that means she come with 1 or 2 children, some men are saying so be it. They would rather do that than be with a Black woman who is not feminine, or that is just not going to be good quality for a wife for them to go ahead and bring forth their seeds and build their empires. So the brother, good looking brother, he was saying how he's dating his sister and how she's amazing. But he says that, you know, society makes him feel, and I hate that it has to be this way, because everyone should be able to do what they need to do and do what's best for them. So I hate that men now can meet a woman that they really like, but they're so afraid of, you know, this stigma if the woman has a child of, oh, you a simp if you get with a woman with a child. So now the men are in these positions where they're like, well, this is what the boys are saying, but I really like her. She good to me. Sure. They saying, sure, what kind of juice the kids like? Let me get some juice. Like, you know, brothers are saying, shoot, I want my woman feminine, period, you know? So we're going to talk about this. Okay, so we're going to talk about this. Anybody who leaves a comment like dating single mothers are the worst, I'm just going to time you out. Let me go through the disclaimers first now before I start the video. This channel is a place where Black men and women can come together to be heard, to talk to each other and find solutions, okay? To have important discussions. This is not the place. I don't allow the women to say, I ain't dating no Black man with no felony. I don't allow the women to come in here and talk about what kind of Black men they're not going to date. We don't come in here and say, well, we're not dating Black men. They're not allowed to come in here and say that they're not dating Black men that don't have a lot of money. They're not allowed to come in here and say that they're not dating Black men that have felonies. Why can you not do that? Because of the economic and mass incarceration issue behind Black men. You're not allowed to come in here and talk about, oh, well, I'm just not dealing with Black men because of their economics when we know the situation. You're not allowed to say that you won't date Black men who have been to jail or who may have a record. Why? Because we know that Black men have an issue when it comes to mass incarceration. This goes the same when it comes to the whole single mother thing. You're not allowed to come in here and say single mothers are the worst, don't date them, because we all know this system of broken Black families. Again, with the mass incarceration, now the fathers are gone, brokenness. We're not allowed to have all these Black women come from that and then have Black men sit and say, we're not dating you because you're a single mom. Sir, you look to a man for who is another race to tell you whether you can or not live, breathe, shit, and make money. So if I don't allow Black women to come down on y'all because of that, why? Because it's not something that is necessarily that you caused, then you are not allowed to come in here in the same breath and talk about Black women who are single mothers when we all know systematically why that is a thing. So I'm just putting that out there. That way, whichever one of y'all come in here with that low vibrational dating single mothers is the worst. Some of y'all men need to understand, you dating a single mother was not the issue. The issue that you had with a single mother, you'd have the same issue with a woman who doesn't have children. Why? Because by you making comments like that, it says a lot about how you are. And the women that you're dealing with low-key sense that, and they don't respect you. So if you didn't have the luck with the single mom, you won't have luck with other women. You cannot, as a man, sit and blame your failure in a relationship on, oh, it was the kids. Sometimes you might be a bitch ass nigga and the woman could sense that. And instead of you blaming why you're not successful on that, you may want to take a look at yourself as a man and look at, why is it that women are doing me this way? Why? Because women know who to try and who not to try. Don't ever let women tell you that. They know. Oh, we know. We know the men we can play games with, and we know the ones we can't. So if women play games with you, that is a direct reflection of you as a man, whether she got 10 kids or 0 kids. Whether she got 10 kids or 0 kids, if she can sniff that low-key bitch-ass nigganess in you, you're going to have problems, okay? Period. Yeah. Oh, single mothers. Then you date women with no children, you have the same problem. At what point do you stop finding someone else to blame before you take responsibility for yourself as a grown-ass man and figure out what it is about you that women are not respecting? Okay? Sis said, I got left. I saw a video the other day of this girl named Kelly Stamps. Super cute little Black girl. She is in her early 20s. She's skinny. You know, she make her own money. And she made this video about how she went out to dinner and this guy lied talking about he forgot his wallet. Okay. So women without children are not having more luck. Okay, if the problem was really the kids, then all these young, beautiful, skinny girls would be happily wifed up and provided for. Okay, but y'all are going out on dates with them and saying you forgot your wallet. So is the problem really the kids? Okay. Do y'all know who Kelly Stamps is? She's super funny. Someone said I seen that video. Yeah, I was so blown away. And she ain't the only one. I hear them stories all the time. That's why I tell women with children, listen, don't let somebody else tell you when you can or cannot be successful with men on whether or not you have children. Now, is it ideal? I'm not going to sit here and condone baby mama and baby daddy culture. Y'all know me. I will be the first one to let sisters know you need to be married before you have some children, period. Period, period, period. Now, the difference in my generation and the generation now is when I was a teenager growing up, it wasn't no YouTube. It wasn't no, we did not have people on YouTube sharing their real life experiences that we could learn from. We did not have that. Okay, so my generation had a different excuse. Now, we are in 2021. At this point, young black women have so many other black women that they can go to on channels like YouTube, Clubhouse, Facebook, Instagram, and hear our experiences. This is why I believe as sisters, it's selfish for you to keep your experiences to yourself. Don't be so deep into your ego as a woman that you try to paint yourself as being perfect. Be open about the mistakes you make. For a lot of us, other black women not admitting their mistakes is why we made the same mistakes that they did. So on this channel, we have no problem telling the other sisters, this is not it, don't do it, okay? You know, so I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, you know, I condone baby mama culture. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, and then if you were someone like me who didn't have any parents as a teenager, it was really over with. You really were stuck to just figure things out as you went. You know, so that's why I don't do the whole, you know, the only way I come down on the whole baby mama thing is if a woman be a baby mama multiple times. Okay. Now, if you got one baby daddy, then I'd be like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Depends on your age, depends on, you know, and we can find a solution. But the only time I have a problem with it is like serial baby mamas. What was this supposed to be? You know, and stuff like that. To me, that's when it starts to become an issue. So I don't want you guys to think I'm condoning it. But like I was saying, you know, with women, they be wanting to feel like, oh my God, am I not going to be able to find a man because I have a child? Listen, it's not about that. Whether you had children or not, it's not easy out here, period. Okay, men are not in the economic situation for them to be locking down 23-year-olds with 3 dicks and no children who are just living their life to be someone's doting, loving wife. I mean, that's just simply not happening, you know? So the man, and then not only that, but some men, they don't want to sit and deal with, you know, they don't want to sit and deal with immature little girls. Some men, they like women, you know, who may be in her mid, late 20s, early 30s because, you know, we got good credit. Okay, we got soap in our soap dispensers. We grown. We don't already been through the motions. Some men don't want to deal with no young, dumbass 23-year-olds. Some men don't want to do. So, ladies, what I'm saying is, if the man, this is why I promote for us to be feminine, to look good, because that's what the men are focused on. The men right now are like, listen, if she feminine, look good, if she got one baby daddy, we can go ahead and work this out. I'm telling y'all, ladies, don't let nobody tell you no different. This is me when I gave birth to my son. Can y'all see me? Ooh, I had serious pregnancy nose. And even then, as a teenager with no guidance, I still had the common sense where you see my baby daddy right there, right with me. And we were going to get married. So even though I was a teenager, I still was not just having a baby with some random person. Like, that was my only love. He was my first and only love, you know? So it was a very committed, very loving relationship. We were very happy. And, you know, once my mother died, things kind of went downhill and it just got ugly from there. But, you know, every woman has different circumstances. And that's what that, let me stop there and lead into the conversation. So if you guys missed the first part of what I said I was saying how I have a male client who was coming to me because he's dating this woman that he really, really likes, but he's feeling conflicted in himself on whether or not it's safe to date her because he has everyone in his ear talking about single mamas are the worst. Single mamas are the worst. He's dating a woman and he's like, but everything going real good. So he was coming to me because, I'm going to give him the real deal and break down, her and her specific scenario on if it's a good move for him to make. So as we were having a conversation, when we were done, he was like, you have no idea the insight and how much it helped me. So I decided, you know what, let me just do a live stream about this for all the brothers to help you out. And let's talk about it. Okay. But once the children are here, the children are here. All right. I mean, I don't know. I'm not finna sit here and complain about stuff that can't be changed. If the children are here, they're here. Every baby mama means there's an equal baby daddy somewhere. The kids don't get here by immaculate conception. So if we sit and talk about baby mamas, well, that means that there's a baby daddy somewhere. Thank you for the Cash App, Julia Belton. Thanks for your courage on female weight topic. I appreciate that, sister. Because y'all, they was attacking me yesterday. That video we did yesterday about women and their weight and femininity. Oh my God, they was attacking me. Look at this. Can y'all see it? Dang, this thing don't be wanting to show. Look at this. She says, for bum bitch, fuck you. Lip liner looks disgusting. But then look at her. Classic big girl starter kit picture where they only show this. Okay, the big girls pictures, all this be cut off. Okay, girl, how dare you? Really? All I could do was just laugh. Why do I still have March on here? It is not March. All I could really do was laugh, really. But I was just like, damn, sis. Like, I felt like we had a good conversation. Did it have to be all that? I don't know what I said that must have triggered the sis, but damn. Yeah, the big girls, they be like this. Like, all this, you do not see. They only showing you that part. We got to do better than that. That's not it. So I got some hate mail, but then I also got some love mail from sisters like, listen, I'm a bigger sister and your live stream helped me. I didn't understand the psychology behind, we were talking about how eating all your food and stuff like that. So, that's what I do it for, the good. I don't do it for the bad. I don't do it for the bad. I do it for the good. So, if it helps some sisters, that's all I care about. Okay. Okay. Big facts. So, co-parenting or which one is it? All right. Now, also in my experience, from what I've seen, is men actually love children. Men have a natural inclination to want to protect and love children. Okay. If men had to make a list of why they had a problem with women with children, the first thing on the list is not the actual kids, but the baby daddy. Okay, let me just go ahead and put that out there. It's the baby daddy for them. Okay, it's not necessarily, the issue is not necessarily the children, it's the baby daddy. What it is it's the idea of having another grown-ass man having to pull up to his house, talk about beep, beep, all up in his yard, all up in his driveway, talk about with my kids. Talking about, I came here to pick up these kids. That's their problem. The children are not necessarily the issue. The issue is a grown-ass man having to pull up to his house that he pays bills in. The issue is another grown-ass man having to call your phone. Okay? That's the issue. Okay? He said, I disagree with her on the baby daddy. It's spending your resources on another man's seed. I mean, if women felt that same way, then when men had children, they wouldn't date them either. Because once the man has children, he can't afford another woman and kids. So you're saying, spending resources on another man's seed. I mean, it could go the same for women. If a woman get with a man that have children, that means another woman's seed got to come before her. You know? Now, if you're a man, again, this brother that I was consulting with has a child himself. Y'all people with no kids, do whatever you want. Whatever you do only affects you. So I don't really care. If you don't have any children, if you've never terminated a pregnancy, then you can go ahead and, do what you want to do. All right. I don't care. This conversation is about baby mama, baby daddy. So if you don't have kids, I don't even know why you're even on this stream. Now, if you are going to be on this stream, if you don't have kids, just listen and learn so that when you do, you can know what not to do. Okay. But I mean, if you don't have children, who cares? Then this conversation is not for you. I don't know what it's like to not have any children. So I don't know. I don't know to tell y'all. This man has a child and he is dating a woman with a child. To me, that's an even exchange. I got a child, so do you. We even. We good. Okay. I just don't understand that. It doesn't make any sense to me. So you're saying, oh, you don't want to spend your money on another man's seed, but then y'all men will have kids and want a woman to get with you, and y'all be having 2-3 kids, meaning that means that she now has 2 or 3 mouths in front of her mouth and her children's mouth. And this is why we don't do the whole baby mama is worse than baby daddy. Y'all check out my other video called Baby Daddies Are Just as Bad as Baby Mamas. And half of these Negroes telling y'all that baby mamas are so horrible be behind in child support themselves. Okay? So this is why one is not worse than the other. Okay? It really goes the same way, period. I mean, y'all got to start being more realistic and stop letting hypocrites tell you what is and is not okay. How can you be behind on child support and then sit and talk about baby mamas? And the reason why half of y'all hate baby mamas is because your baby mama moved on to a man much better than you. And that new man, your child, now look at that new man as her father and don't speak to you. So then y'all be mad, and that's why y'all be on the internet talking about don't date baby mamas, because you're mad at the man dating your baby mama and mad that he is in the house with y'all kids, and half of y'all kids don't even want to have anything to do with you because they know that you ain't shit. Okay. So that really is what y'all ever see how women, if her man move on with a new chick, all of a sudden she'll be like, oh, well, she ain't pretty. Y'all like these bitches with all this makeup and fake body parts and weave. And you be like, why you going so hard on women with makeup and all that? And come to find out it's because her man moved on to a chick with that wear makeup and weave. So now she hating on it. That's what y'all really be about when y'all sit and talk about, oh, don't date women with children. You're talking about the man dating your baby mama right now. Come on now, let's just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Let's just go ahead and keep it 1,000. Half of y'all kids deal with their stepdaddy harder than you. And that's why y'all mad, okay? Yeah, it's the baby daddy. Yes, single women have the right to not date men with kids, and so do men, okay? But this is the issue. This is the issue. Now, again, y'all do what y'all want. Now, for me, I am pro-black, meaning a black person is the only one I would ever consider being with, marrying, having children with, period. That is not negotiable for me. I could never in my life lay next to an Oscar Mayer wiener forever. I'd rather die. I would literally rather die before I did that, okay? So let's talk about just being realistic. So if you're pro-black, if you want to have a family, be married, if you have certain ideals, like there are other things for me that are non-negotiable when it comes to religion, vaccines. You cannot sit and be so picky, talk about, oh, and they can't have no kids. And that's what most black people are realizing. Most black people are realizing they got to make a choice. What is most important to you? And everyone is entitled to do so. There is no right or wrong in this conversation. It's about each individual person and what circumstance works best for them. But the truth is, if you as a woman say you're not dating men with kids, half of black men have kids. So now you are really sitting and diminishing your options. It's going the same with men. Half of black women have children. So if men want to have feminine wives, beautiful wives, If you're saying that you're going to take out all the women that have kids, you're lowering your options as well. I mean, it really is that simple. It may work for some people. It may not work for others. Okay. Now, I'm going to use myself as an example because I've been in a serious relationship with a child, and I'm going to talk about how I operated. Okay. Someone said, aren't you a baby mama? Yes, bitch. That's why I can talk on this. The fuck? Do you need me to get low vibrational with you? Is that what you want to do? Because if you want to, we can. Aren't you a baby mama? Yeah, which I have made no secret. Find something else to talk about. Y'all be trying to insult people on things they told you. I'm not behind in child support. I don't neglect my child. My child doesn't dislike me. Okay, so you can say what you want, but sweetie, period. Can we block American Express? They're back again. Don't be picky, but you had a lot to say about fat women, baby mama. Please block this person. They was trolling yesterday. They back to troll today. What big girl is behind that account? It's definitely a big girl behind that account. Okay? Now, in my dating experience, okay? In my dating experience, I've never had a man feel like, oh, you got a child, I'm not dating you. Now, that's my personal experience. I've never seen that. Why is that? I'm going to tell you why. Okay? I don't play games when it comes to the whole baby mama, baby daddy thing. First, ladies, I'm going to speak on how you got to move as a baby mama. And then we're going to talk about the brothers on what you need to look for on whether or not a woman with children is safe and okay to date. Because there are certain things that have to be in order for you to have a successful relationship with a woman with children. Okay. Now, the first thing, ladies, this is number one. Having a man's child means that you want the world to have another version of him running around. We are only supposed to be reproducing. Again, these are things I wish I understood in totality when I was younger. This is why I share it with you sisters now, okay? We're only supposed to have children with men that we would want to see more of him in the world. It is a humongous honor for a man to have a woman carry his seed for 9 months, keep the seed safe while the seed is growing in her uterus, risking her life to do labor to deliver the child. Now, like I said before, we don't do that gender war, boys are better than girls stuff on this channel. I think it's disgusting how present day we have truly downplayed what it means for a woman to give birth to a child. I've heard men say things like, well, all y'all can do is have a baby. All. Now, that subconsciously speaks to how you look at yourself. Because what if your mama thought like that? You wouldn't be here. Since when did having a baby, since when did growing an entire human being in your body and risking your life to birth that child, when did that become an only or just thing? What do you mean only? That's huge. That's how we all got here. Okay, women stop doing that, baby. We finna die out in a few years. So, I don't understand. It's a huge honor and it's a huge gift. So if you don't understand that, this also may not be the channel for you. There is no downplaying that, okay? I'm sorry, but there is just none. You cannot downplay that, all right? See, men think that, and I talked about this before, I said it would be nice if the only thing that women had to lose in relationships was money. Men this is why I sit and I wish my laptop I need my charger for my laptop. I want to play some violin music when I got to sit and hear about men cry and complain about how they had to lose a few dollars and lose some money and pay alimony, pay child support. I would switch spots with y'all in a second. Matter of fact, I think most women would switch spots with y'all in a second. Okay? When it comes to dating, relationships, marriage, having children, what women have to risk is their lives. Okay? Women have to risk their lives. Someone said RIP DMX. I know you lying. I know you lying. Stop lying. Don't speak that on that man unless it's true. I just Googled it too. I ain't see none. Y'all better stop. I'll stop this live stream right now. Don't do that. That scared me. Don't do that. Matter of fact, we're going to talk about him in our next live stream. Because I follow DMX. I follow DMX whole story. And I have a lot I want to say about that story. Okay? He not dead. Okay. Nuh-uh. Y'all stop playing. No. I don't see nothing. Don't play now. Oh my God. Hold on. Oh my God, ooh, that scared me. I don't know. I don't see anything saying he died. Don't do that, please. No, stop. Right, Maya. I don't see official reports either. Well, we been knew, they said that he. No, stop lying. No, stop lying. Man, stop lying. I don't see it. Until I see it on a reputable news source, I don't believe it. Okay? Y'all don't play with me. I'll stop this whole thing right now. Yes, where is the credible source? Thank you. Do not sit and tell me Def Jam posted it. No. Nah, y'all, because I want to know. I just looked on Def Jam Instagram. I don't see nothing. Well, listen, until we Lonnie Love, she probably want him to die. Lonnie Love hates black men. She hates them. So I don't want to hear it until I see a credible news source say something. Until a credible news source say something, I don't believe it. Okay, so we're gonna move forward, because if it was true, we was finna stop this whole. No, stop lying. No. No. I don't see nothing. Somebody gotta send me something. Like, don't just be like, yeah, he gone. Like, where? Y'all saying he. Y'all saying he, where? I don't see nothing. Let me see. I don't even have Twitter downloaded. If somebody can verify that, can y'all put it in the chat? I'm not finna continue a live stream and this man just died like nothing happened. No. If he's died, if he's dead, we gonna change the subject. We finna stop everything. Okay? So I wanna know if it's true before we continue. Muhammad, you said you saw it on there. Can you get the link and put it in the chat? Because let me see. No, let me see. Hold on. Why I don't see it? I literally don't see nothing. Okay, well. No. Hold on. Why? How come y'all saying y'all see it? I don't see anything. When I Googled it, it says rapper DMX remains hospitalized. It says rapper DMX remains hospitalized. Stop. Oh my God. But see, these pages that I see that's reporting it, I don't know these pages. Because people will make stuff up. Oh my God, I do see that. I do see on Twitter. I don't know. I do see different accounts on Twitter saying it, but again, I don't see anybody reputable yet. Yeah, I don't see nobody reputable yet. So y'all keep me updated. We're gonna continue with the live. But if we can get if we can get a reputable source to confirm that, we're going to have a moment of silence, and we're gonna reflect on this man. We're not gonna just continue to talk about baby mamas if this man just passed. Man, this got me in my feelings now. Now I feel I'm getting anxiety. I need to know if this is sure or not. I can't even focus now. Well, like I said, if y'all find reputable sources, not Lonnie Love that despises the every being of black men and probably can't wait for another black man to be dead, then let me know. Okay, but until I see somebody, reputable, period. Because, right, my heart being fast, like, it'll give me anxiety. Like, I don't like this. It's too much for me. I cannot do this. I can't do this. Let's just move on. I can't handle this. If something come up, y'all let me know. Whew, this shit stressed me out. Oh, my God. I'm stressed. Where was I at? What was I talking about, y'all? What was I talking about, y'all? Karen says, write a college or university paper and credit Wikipedia and see what your professor says. Okay, can you say F? You will get an F, sir. Go ahead in your bibliography. Go ahead and cite Wikipedia and Twitter and tell me what grade you get, sir. Okay? Mm-hmm. All right. That's where I was. All right, ladies. So real quick, this is the deal about being a baby mama. Okay? I'm breaking it down with y'all. Baby mama. Okay, so if you have a child with a man and he has not married you, number one, that child does not get that man last name. Well, no. Number one is we are only supposed to be reproducing with men who we need to see more of their kind in society. Okay? Because too many sisters, God just be making anybody at this point. Okay? God just be making anybody at this point. Okay? Some of the Negroes that I've seen, some of the Negroes that I've seen, that are having children, I'm just like, listen, so what woman decided that we needed more of you, on this earth? Okay? And that's what I really want to know. So that's the first thing. We are not supposed to be having children with men that if we would not want to see more men just like him in the world. Okay? Second of all, okay, Caroline, I don't care how hard life gets. I'm not getting news from Lunel or Lonely Love. It just is not happening. Number two, ladies, this is point blank, period on. This is not up for debate. If that man has not married you, that child don't get his last name. A man's child getting his last name is not. See, this is where we as women went wrong. Where we went wrong is when we started having men be entitled to our womb instead of having to earn our womb. So at the very least, if the man did not have to earn your womb by marrying you first, he definitely does not get the right to have that child have his last name. We forget that the reason why the child gets the man's last name is because mama is also supposed to have the man's last name. Okay? When I gave birth to my son, I went and signed that birth certificate. I tried to put my baby at the last name. My mama was like, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. Okay, because we was going to get married, but we was not married yet. So my mom said, no, ma'am. My mama said, this child will have your last name. And then if and when y'all get married, when you change your last name, you change the child's last name too. The person who last name, the man who last name a child is supposed to carry is the man who is married to their mom. You hear what I'm saying? This is where a lot of baby mamas go wrong. If you have a child with a man and he don't marry you, having a child with a man is the ultimate gift. It gets no better than that. Okay, and it's the gift that keep on giving. There is nothing a man can do that can even touch the level of a woman giving him a child. Okay, a man is forever indebted to a woman when she brings his children into the world. This is what your big sister is here for. I am the big sister 6, that you never knew you needed, and I got y'all. Okay? So let's say you had a baby with this man don't marry you. We all know, I've told you this 1,000 times. If he don't marry you before the child, having a child is not going to make him marry you after. All right? Okay, he had an opportunity. If he blew it, that's on him. If he don't be with you or marry you and you move on and you marry another man, and that man is going to have you and your child in the household with him, and he is going to be under the same roof with that child, meaning that means that child he is going to be responsible for the everyday raising up of that child carry on his last name. A man is not entitled for a child to get their last name. You know what I'm saying? Just because he happened to shoot your club up. Okay? You cannot, let me tell y'all men something. You cannot make a woman care about herself more than you cannot care for a woman more than she care about herself. A woman cannot care for a man more than he cares about himself. If you really cared about yourself, you would not be giving your seed to a woman that you didn't want to marry and didn't want to be with. And that's the entitlement I'm talking about. How entitled can you be to say that you are going to abuse? Because making a woman have a child for you that you know good and well you are not going to marry is abuse. It's abuse of her womb. It's abuse of her trust, and it's abuse of trust. Okay? It's his child too, though, is what y'all are saying. Answer this for me. Does the man have to deal with the same level of being completely disregarded by society if he has a child like a woman does? So are you sitting here, does a man's body change after having children? What does the man sacrifice or lose by bringing this child into the world? Okay, fellas, put that in my chat. Okay? What is irreversible that you lose or sacrifice when you have a child? I'm waiting, and we're not moving on until someone give me a good answer in this chat. When a woman has a child, her stomach gets stretched out to here, got a snapback, stretch marks. Then there's the social stigma of her being ruined and having a child. This all can never be reversed. Please tell me what a man has in comparison with that. But do not say money. I'm waiting. Money, freedom, and time. Freedom and time? You lose freedom and time at work. That ain't a real answer. You know why y'all can't find an answer? Because there isn't an answer. Because the answer is nothing. There is nothing that happens to a man after him having a child that permanently alters his value to society and the world. We're not playing the same game with the same risk. Okay? This is why we have crickets in the chat. Y'all talk about money. Okay? Y'all talk about money and freedom. Sir, y'all know what I'm finna say. The real goddess gang know what I'm about to say, okay? Are y'all ready for it? Here it go. Sir, go to hell. Talk about it's your child too. And see, this is the form of abuse, ladies, because subconsciously what these men are saying is just trust me. Let me tell y'all ladies how this go. This is why. Share this video. Young sisters around the world need to hear this conversation. If y'all are on Twitter, Facebook, share this video right now. This needs to be heard because this is the abuse I'm talking about. Do you see how the men in this chat basically are saying, just trust me? They're like, but it's our child too, so give the child my last name. Just trust me on this. I know that this will be irreversible. I know this will all be irreversible and you can never take any of this back, but just trust me. Then you know what happens when you trust them and it doesn't work out? They say, Well, why did you trust that nigga? No. Alexa, play Pooh Shiesty. Get it back in blood. Come get it in blood, baby. No, we don't trust you. No, a woman should not do that because taking your word for it. If you ain't put it in blood on some paper, no, we are not trusting y'all anymore. I did that. Had a baby with a man. Oh, I trust him. Well, how could I, in good conscience, sit and tell other sisters, yeah, if he didn't marry you, yeah, get a child his last name. I'm sure he'll marry you at some point. Just trust him. Whenever someone says, trust me, okay? Whenever someone say trust me, that means don't trust them. Someone says, 6, you made my Alexa come on. Whoever got Pooh Shiesty playing in the background right now, I'm sorry. Somebody play Pooh Shiesty, get it back in blood, okay? Period. Okay? So, ladies, if he ain't marry you, the child don't get his last name, period. That is an honor a man gets when he marries you. If men are going to sit in here and say that you trash if you're not married before you have a child, then hey, so what y'all Negroes need to do, don't come getting mad at me, okay? I'm a feminine lady. I move in response to what the men tell me to do. I didn't make up this rule. See, as feminine ladies, we're not going to argue with you. What we do is we hear what y'all say and we say, that's what it is? Okay. And we go to our drawing board and we move accordingly. So this is what this means. Talk to y'all friends and y'all internet daddies if this is not what y'all want. If y'all want women to have children with you out of trust, with no paperwork, without it in blood, talk to your homeboys then. Because you cannot have your homeboys out here talking about baby mamas, single moms, and in the same breath be like, but trust us. No. So if y'all are saying that we are trash, if we have children unmarried, then all that's telling me is we need to enforce the same standard. All right. So then if the child come into the world and, oh, we definitely not trusting what DJ Vlad say, that cracker. Absolutely not. For sure. No, I'm not slipping on this subject at all, anonymous user. I'm sure you are anonymous with that comment. Don't come on here and talk about I'm slipping. Give me tangible reasons as to why. Y'all Negroes about to get on here feeling some type of way. We going off of what y'all are saying. Okay? Period. Children shouldn't be born outside of marriage, period. But black people fucking every day. Again, y'all don't come at me. My legs closed. I'm talking about society. It's somebody fucking right now as we speak. So do y'all think that black people are going to stop having sex? No. Black people are still going to have sex. Okay, so realistically what y'all are saying, don't have kids out of wedlock, means then if the women say we're celibate and we're closing our legs, then y'all niggas will say, how dare y'all bitches say we can't get no pussy? Oh my God. Just say you hate women. Just say that you literally corner women to where they cannot win. All right, so they'll say, all right, we're going to close our legs. Oh, you bitches think you're pussy all that and you can close your legs? Okay, well then we'll have sex. Sex equals the risk of pregnancy. Then she get pregnant, then it's you should have kept your legs closed. Carol, so at this point, we are not stunting y'all no more. And what we're going to do is we hear you loud and clear. And this is why be careful what y'all wish for. Y'all sit and talk so y'all talk about plan B, condoms. Listen, if y'all think for a second that people are about to be out here having sex every day without pregnancy, I don't care what condoms or plan B is used, you're delusional. And you're having an unrealistic solution to this problem. Baby mamas and baby daddies are going to keep happening. It's not going to stop. Why? Because niggas is going to fuck. I don't know how to say this nicely. I can't be nice in this conversation. Someone said no man has ever said, how dare you close your legs? Shit me? Oh, sweetie. Now, if I was in the business, if I felt like promoting another few content creators, I would link videos I've seen where they literally will sit there and say, how dare you bitches not give us no pussy? On my dead mama, on my son. So y'all cannot come at me with this conversation because I did not make this up. We moving in according to what y'all saying. Okay? How come then y'all say, well, women should use birth control? Then if she get on birth control and it make her sterile, then you'll say, oh, bitch, you're useless because you can't have no children. Do y'all see the way that this moves? Come on now. Well, y'all should just use birth control. Do you know what birth control does to women's bodies? Not every woman is about to be using birth control. There is literally no winning. Big facts, Maya. We can't win. Okay, so therefore, it's not going to be about winning at this point. It's just going to be about we have to see how the men are moving and move in accordance. It's that simple. Don't get mad at me. We going off of what the rhetoric is. Okay? If the man has not married a woman, if the woman is trash having a child unmarried, that means the last thing the woman should do, that's like saying, oh, well, I fell and broke one leg, so let me just go ahead and break the other leg. At the very least, and we cannot judge people that have children outside of marriage because everybody is out here hunching. So if there's a woman that happens to get pregnant and the man don't marry her, you already broke one leg, don't break the other leg by giving this man this child's last name. For what? He did nothing to earn it. Oh my God, at the very least, if it was so important, the woman cannot care about you more than you care about yourself. If you as a man cared about yourself, you would never plant your seed in a woman you didn't want to marry. And we know you didn't want to marry her because if you wanted to marry, you would have done that prior. Y'all can wrap it up all you want to. That still does not guarantee anything. Okay? You can wrap it up all you want. It doesn't guarantee. You know what I'm saying? So, ladies, back to the ladies. We're ignoring them. Because I've been told y'all. With them, a lot of these men are just suffering from, we got good brothers out here who don't play these kind of games. We have good brothers. I feel like a good black person is a black person who is realistic and understanding. I think considering our circumstance, in my eyes, black people who know our circumstance and do not look at each other as less because of it, to me, are good black people. I think that bad black people are black people who ignore the effects that racism and white supremacy has on us and that do not have any kind of understanding towards each other. And I have a lot of women that don't like me talking about, you always talking so good about black men this and black men ain't no good. And I'm like, listen, I'm not about to sit here and look down on my own men, knowing the damn circumstance. So therefore, I'm not going to let y'all do the same thing. Here y'all go, abortion, get an abortion. Man, y'all are psychotic at this point. Y'all are just psychotic at this point. Like, I just sit back like, oh my God, what is wrong? Who hurt y'all? Okay. So the reason why men like Michael Berry can get on here and talk about ain't nobody getting married in 2021 and beyond. Do you know why, ladies? Because of what I'm talking about right now. Because now a man does not have to get married to carry on his legacy. Now, y'all are so dumb that you're out here having these children by men who have not married you, and then having these men literally bully you and shame you into giving a child their last name. My nigga, you did not earn it. No. Most women, I've had women tell me they were scared. I'm scared to not give the baby his last name. I've heard women tell me that a man says, if you don't give the child my last name, I am not going to take care of it. Wait a minute. I know, not the men saying that paperwork and titles don't mean anything. Not the men saying that paperwork and titles mean nothing, but saying that you are going to neglect your seed permanently if the mother does not give them your name. Oh, so the name was not important when it came to giving your name to the mother who brought this child into the world. But now all of a sudden, that child's name is so important when a child is born. But I thought paperwork and titles didn't mean anything. That's your child by blood. So who cares about the title? You can't have it both ways, sweetie. Oh, now all of a now giving a child another man's last name is foul. Giving a woman a baby that you don't want to marry is foul. Who's right and who's wrong? Who had a chance to prevent this? It's very simple out here. Okay? If you're having sex, there is a risk of pregnancy. That's the way it goes. No one is above that. As long as you are fertile, as long as your sperm is, your eggs is working, anyone that open their legs or has an erection is prone to having a child. Ain't nobody above that. Okay? Nobody's above that. So ladies, he don't marry you, baby don't get his last name, period. He say that I'm not going to take care of the child, that's your bitch ass. Let God handle him and keep moving. It's life. Okay? So that's number one. No last name. No marriage, no last name. And if he tell you the last name is important, then tell him, well, you said that a title wasn't important. Because a man will say, well, baby, you know I love you. A title not important. It's about our relationship. It's about our love. We ain't got to get married and have no title. It's about me and you and how we feel about each other. So when you get pregnant, unmarried, and he don't marry you, and you give the child your last name, when he say, why did you do that? Say, it's you and your son and how y'all feel about each other. It's not about the title and the name, baby, remember? And the story. Number two, if you have the baby with the man and you're not married to him, and he does not, let me tell you who the dumbest bitch in the world is. And I say bitch on purpose. Okay? The dumbest bitch in the world has got to be the woman that has a baby with a man. The man does not marry her. And then the woman continues to sleep with the man. You got to be the dumbest bitch to ever walk the earth. If you have a baby with a man, that man did not marry you. You have the baby and then still giving him puss. You are the dumbest bitch ever. It does not get any more dumb than that. Okay, so that's why when I sit in here, all these men talk about we ain't getting married, we ain't getting married. What would happen if women started saying, all right, well, we ain't getting married, you ain't getting no names, and you ain't getting no children? Of course now men are saying they don't want to get married. Why? Because they don't got to marry you. The kids still get their last name, so their name and legacy still get carried on. And on top of that, y'all still give him puss. Okay, that is the dumbest bitch shit ever. I'm sorry. It's literally the dumbest. It gets no, name one way a woman could get more dumb. I mean, it's impossible. It's impossible to be any more dumb than that. Okay, so if he don't want to be with you, cut him off. Listen to me, ladies. Co-parenting or co-fucking? Are you really co-parenting with the father of your child? Or are you co-fucking and co-playing house? Have y'all ever seen them niggas that be like, my baby mama be tripping. Man, I don't know what my baby mama issue is, man. She just be doing too much. She just be tripping. Whole time, he dropping the hog leg off in the baby mama every chance he get. Whole time, he lurking around the baby mama house, making sure no other man can be there, coming over, playing the house with the baby, giving her the D, looking her in her eyes, kissing her, talking about he love her, then be out with another chick the next day, talking about baby mama be tripping. Sir, y'all know what I'm finna say. Sir, go to hell. I'm talking about dicking the baby mama down on the weekly basis, talking about she be tripping. Sir, if you don't go straight to hell, I just don't know what to do. Do not stop. Do not go past go. Okay? What question am I ignoring so that I can go ahead and answer it since y'all niggas think you're so smart? Okay, that's just not smart for y'all trying to go against me on this subject. Y'all cannot, it's not gonna work. You're gonna frustrate yourself. What question? Somebody re-ask a question so I can demolish it and keep going. Cause y'all niggas are getting mad because the truth is coming out. What was the question? I'm waiting. Okay, y'all tell me what the question is, and I ain't ignoring nobody's question. Okay, I ain't scared. The one that sent $4.99. What was the question? Let me look. Now I want to know. Sis, why you assume that every woman that has sex wanted to marry the man? You know I love you, sis, but these women ain't no damn victims. If a woman has a child with a man and does not want to marry him, that's a whore. I said women. I did not say stupid whores. What kind of stupid whore of a woman would you have to be having sex with a man and be like, oh, I got pregnant, but oh, well, I ain't trying to deal with you. I'm going to go do my thing. What in the whoredom? We're not referring to whores. Okay, we're talking about women. What woman would abuse her own womb like that? Most women, most grown women, no, they're not having if they have a child with a man unmarried, it's because they've been with this man for some time. You know, they really trust this man and they really believe the man's going to marry them at some point. Some men take years to marry a woman. I've been told y'all my whole philosophy on that. Okay, so I ain't talking about whores. Just like when I'm talking about black men, I'm talking about black men, not bitch ass niggas. Like, don't assume when we're talking about black women that whores are included in that. Just like when I talk about black men, I'm talking about black men. I'm not talking about bitch ass niggas. We don't deal with them here. Okay, when we say big difference between males and men, huge difference. Okay, so when I say black women, I'm talking about black women, of course, that are not gonna get pregnant and then be like, sorry, it's hot girl summer. I ain't trying to get married, and can't wait to drop the baby and be back fighting. We're not even acknowledging women like that. Okay, period. Okay, now y'all may attract women like that are trash. If men, if you are attracting women that want to smash, get pregnant, and then still go thought, you got two things that you need to you got to rethink your life about. Number one, why are you attracting women like that? And number two, why are you entertaining them and having sex with them? Okay. Don't project what's happening with you personally on this conversation. You may be attracting women like that. Okay. Maybe that's what you doing, but okay, because I don't know what any woman personally, I'm talking about not any woman personally that I know that's going to be out here risking her life and her womb and her body to have a baby with a man that she does not want to marry. Okay, she's either already married or you better believe she does want to get married, period. Okay, so stop. Now, if y'all Negroes are running into women like that, you need to reevaluate yourself. Okay, the mother shifter, what she says, what circle of women they dealing with? Right. Y'all might need to step y'all game up, okay? Because y'all, if that's what y'all attracting, you need to really look and sit and reevaluate yourself. And the worst part about it is, if you're sleeping with a woman like that, you get whatever you deserve. I don't feel bad for you whatsoever. If y'all out here sleeping with women that move like that, then sweetie, do what you do, okay? Number 3, ladies, you had a baby, he don't want to marry you. Relationship over. Relationship over. Because what you don't want to do is become a might as well wife, where he makes you have the baby to be kind of a little security blanket that he does have a seed out here, you know, and kind of got something that he's working on. And then he goes and wants to still weigh his options or get his money up to see if he can do better whilst not making you angry so that you don't put him on child support. Then he has less money to move on and get a new woman. So then he'll make you have the baby to make sure another man don't want you. When a man make you have a baby and he does not marry you, what he's doing is something that I call putting a bitch on ice. He putting a bitch on ice. What he's saying is, all right, I might like this chick. Let me go ahead and give her the baby. Because why? Because men know giving you the baby makes you less desirable, not him. So they make the woman have the baby to put the bitch on ice, okay? Just in case, all right? Giving kids a different, thank you for the super chat, the Roger Report Live. Giving kids a different name is an interesting suggestion, but I prefer the men get custody. Women should trust their child's father, in my opinion. It's nice to see you offering a solution, though. And custody has nothing to do with the name. The woman picks the name. Oh, I did a video on that as well. I've been told women that if the man leaves, that he should also take the kids. My rule is whoever leaves should be the one to take the kids. I've been told women they should start leaving children with their father. But even if they did, the child still, you could have custody of the child still ain't gonna have your last name. The mother chooses the name. Okay, when a woman pop a baby out, they come past her the paperwork. Mama baby, daddy maybe. She could say right now, I never seen this man in my life, and you'd be out the picture. Okay, so it is up to the woman who name that child gets. Okay, I'm sorry, brothers, you don't have a dog in that fight. All you can do is just, it is what it is. So we don't really care about, oh, you can take the child. It's gonna have my last name, but you can take the child. Sure can. I'll come get him on the weekends. How much child support you want? You got it. Sure would. Okay. So ladies, so the man don't marry you. You cannot play games. He don't want to be with you. See ya. Move on. Okay. You need to designate. Don't even get the man used to seeing you. Okay. He don't even get to see you. You need to designate a third party where when it's time to, drop the kids off in the third, tell your mama, take the child. Okay. Do not call me. I'll call you. Do not speak to me unless it is something directly related to the child. Some of y'all women do too much ha-ha kikiing with your baby daddy. There is no ha-ha kikiing with your baby daddy. He tried your whole womanhood. Okay. He tried your whole womanhood. There is no ha-ha kikiing. There is no we be friends. And this is what makes a lot of y'all ladies have issues being able to move on. The issue is not the child first. The issue is you being too friendly and too ha-ha kikiing and your baby daddy too comfortable. That's the issue. Baby daddy come over, he looking in the fridge and stuff, looking for something to drink and all that. No. Okay? Ain't none of that. Okay? Listen, the men are going to be mad about this conversation because this conversation debunks all the traps they set themselves. Men really thought that they could sit here for months and months and talk about how baby mamas are the worst thing to ever walk the planet, and thought for a second that women were not going to start hearing the way you're talking about this and start to move differently. Y'all Negroes are borderline retarded. Y'all have literally sat on this internet for God knows how long and have literally said that once a woman has a child, she is trash and useless. And y'all really thought that women were going to sit and just continue to give y'all, and then y'all sit and say you're never getting married, you're not getting married, but y'all want to still have children. So you sit and you finesse and find someone dumb enough to give you the child, and then have the entitlement after all that to say, yeah, and it better have my name. Why? Why even have the child? Rather his last name or not is still his legacy you gave him with no marriage. How are you winning? It's not about winning. You already lost. Both people already lost. The point is, if the title and name is not important, you as a man, that's your child regardless of the title and name. What y'all don't understand is Legacy means presence and commitment. Because you were fucking on a woman for a year or two and she happened to get pregnant, but she's not the woman you want to marry and she happens to have a child, nigga, that is not a legacy. A legacy is when you marry the mother and have a family unit and you are actually raising your child in the same home as a complete balanced family. Legacy is not you happen to slip up and get a woman pregnant. That is not a legacy. Well, it's still his legacy. It's also her legacy. You are never, black men, sweetie, you're never entitled to a legacy. This is the entitlement I'm talking about. Legacy is present, it is consistent, and it is committed. You do not get to throw your sperm to any old chick that you don't want to marry and then come through with entitlements in regard to your legacy. You're contradicting yourself. If your legacy was so important, you would have married the mom. So if you did not do that, the mother then needs to protect herself by making sure, if you're not going to marry her, for her to set herself up with the best possibility to get married at some point and not have one child that's John Quavius Johnson and then the other one that's Quandavius Jones, where she has the opportunity in her feminine portfolio for all her children to carry on the same name, which is her legacy, with the man that chooses to marry her. Okay, it's a selfish move. You got to understand, as women, we mirror men. Again, we're not running the show. Y'all are in the lead. Y'all want to have the responsibility and the privilege of being the leader until the women start following your lead. So if you selfishly give a woman a child that you know damn well you don't want to marry, the woman then needs to also respond with selfishness and protect herself the best way she can, which is not to be out here looking like a hood rat with all your kids with different last names. Okay, y'all Negro, a lot of y'all Negroes have gotten scared to earn, period. It's just a name. Y'all will sit and say marriage, so you just want to get married for a piece of paper and get my last name? It's not about the name. So then why are y'all in here crying about, but the child need to have my name? I thought the name was not what it was about. Okay? And again, if it bothers you so much, have children with a woman you want to marry. I mean, it's that simple. Okay, so ladies, all that ha-ha kikiing with your baby daddy is unnecessary. Okay? Now, that's why me personally, why I understand when people don't want to date someone with children. Because I don't play that either. Even though I have a child, you don't ever got to see my baby daddy, hear from my baby daddy. I do not speak to him. I don't even have his phone number. We ain't got shit to talk about. Unless it is something directly related to this child, where we have to, cordially as adults speak to handle something for the child, what do we got to talk about? There is none of that. Okay, I be seeing baby mamas and baby daddies. Oh, I gotta meet my baby mama at the store to get my son some shoes. No, the hell you don't. See, that's where y'all go wrong. You don't be co-parenting. You're co-fucking around. You're co-playing house. It's sick. And this is how so many women get trapped into never being able to move on. Jermaine, do not put in my chat that you strongly disagree unless you are going to list what you specifically disagree about and why. Y'all just sitting over there mad like, nah, it ain't true, it ain't true. Tell me, point out the lie, sir. Answer my question. Did you think for a second that men were going to be able to be on the internet for forever and ever talking about how a woman that have children without being married is trash? This is your people, your brothers that said this. Did you think for a second that was not going to institute a reaction of women to move differently? What y'all need to do is, if this is an issue for y'all, then when y'all see your brothers talking about women with children are trash, go check them and tell them to stop saying that. But as long as a woman has a child and she's not married is trash, the woman then has to go ahead and do what she needs to do to protect herself the best way she can, because the child is already here. What do you want the child to do, Casey Anthony? Jermaine writes again, strongly disagree, but now in capitals. Ladies, I want y'all to pay attention. Pay attention. They have no point they can disagree about, because they know this is a bed they made. Now they got to lay in it. It's all fun and games until the women start saying, what y'all said? Okay, bet. Now all they can do is sit in the chat and write in capital letters. Pay attention, ladies. You see, when they start getting flustered, they want you to Casey Anthony the damn kids. The kids is already here. What do you want a woman to do? They here already. They're human beings. What do y'all want, Casey Anthony? Y'all see it. Okay, ladies, I just want y'all to see it. We don't get mad. We get glad. It's funny to me. Because if a man ever thinks, one thing about me, I don't talk out my ass. So one thing about Sister God is if she sit and say something, I said what I said. And there is not a man who could come forward and tell me and try to debate me and make me be wrong. I'm not wrong. I'm 100% correct. Okay. And honestly, if you're a man that's solid and is solid about your legacy and your name anyway, this shouldn't bother you. Okay, this should not bother you. I mean, I don't get it. We're following y'all lead. Every action has a reaction. You don't get to sit here and talk about, oh my God, women with children, this and the third, and think the women was not going to come back and retort with a solution. This is the solution. Okay? Period. I am a woman in my 40s. Please stop using the N-word or I am unsubscribing. I'm tolerating the pigtails. That's about enough. Be serious if you are trying to convey a message. Bitch, bye. See ya. I wish this gave me the option to block people. Listen, I'm not for everybody. Okay, I have an odd sense of humor. Okay, I'm from Florida. Y'all know people from Florida. We a little bit ratchet. We a little bit ghetto. I'ma be me. Now, you can come here and you can enjoy me and all my antics and all my different hairstyles. You can enjoy it or you can dislike it. But trying to correct my personality and style, you cannot correct someone's personality and style. It's their personality and style. Where I'm from, we say nigga and we say bitch. Now, I calm down the bitch word because I know a lot of women are very sensitive to it. Okay, but I'm going to talk how I want to talk. And I do understand I'm not for everyone. I do understand that my feminine archetype, a lot of people don't understand it. I understand my sense of humor. A lot of people don't understand. Okay. And that's why I'm from Central Florida. So that's why I don't force myself on anybody, because I know I'm not for everybody. I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Okay. So you don't like it, bitch, bye. The fuck? Well, I just wish that you bitches had this energy in real life. My God, boy, y'all would never in your life talk to me like this in real life. I mean, ever. Y'all bitches kill me. Talk about you 40. Bitch, please. I don't give a damn you 40, 50. If you try me, okay, I mean, bye. What do you want me to say? Oh my God, please don't go. You know, I try my best to not say certain words, you know. I try my best. You know, every woman in our feminine journey, we have different things we're working on. I've been cussing since I was 12 years old, growing up in the damn swamps. Y'all can understand where I grew up. I grew up on the St. Johns River in the middle of the forest. Okay, this is no cap. So the way I talk, you know what I'm saying? It's just my condition. It's the way I speak. Where I'm from, this is how we talk. Like, if you hear me having a conversation with my other friends from Florida, we be like, bitch, so anyway, bitch. So then, bitch. And for years, that's how I spoke. And I am, to this day, trying my best to not talk that way. Now, I know how to code switch and talk proper if I need to. If somebody bring me somewhere nice, I can turn on the class and sass so well, you'll never know, you know, that deep down inside, I'm a Florida girl from a trailer park barefoot on the barefoot on the river. So I can if I need to. But, you know, I'm not explaining myself. This is important because y'all gotta understand I'm an influencer of femininity. Okay, this is how I make my living. This is how I live out my life purpose. So people need to understand that because some people do feel like that. Like, well, she feminine, but she, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got things they're working on in their journey. My mouth and my cussing is something I'm working on. Okay, ain't nobody perfect. Now I have about 90% of my femininity down pat in my womanhood, but I am gonna cuss here and there. Okay, I'm sorry if that offends you. This is just not the page for you. You need to go someone who is very, you know, foo-foo and proper and all that. You know, if you want to do that, that's your style, that's cool. Okay? But I'm gonna talk like me. And I wish a grown-ass woman would try to check me for that. Bitch, bye. You'll be a bitch and your mama. Okay? I don't think that my cussing is that bad. I also think that sometimes I cuss when it's necessary, you know? Nick the Quick says, shit, I'll be damned if my son didn't take my last name. Sir, and I want you to answer this in the chat. What you gonna do about it? Y'all men, go ahead and put in the chat. If the women decide, okay, well, if you don't marry us, we're not giving you the kid's last name. What you gonna do about it? We ain't put on no mask, nigga. You know who it was. Come get it back in blood. I ain't wear no mask. You know who it was. What you gonna do about it? You ain't gonna do nothing about it. Talk about, I'll be damned if my son don't get my last name. And what you gonna do about it? My baby mama needs me. It's in her best interest to do what I say. Wait a minute. Do y'all ladies see the abuse? So now he's allowed to set a boundary and say, this is the boundary. This is my son. My son will have my last name. Okay. And basically what he's saying is, like I said before, he's saying, if you don't do that, I'm not going to take care of the child. That's what he's saying without saying it here. But so now when the women set a boundary, it's you bitches are insane. Oh, that's very interesting. You know, so I'll go ahead and answer my own question. Oh, that's exactly what you said, Nick. Okay, Nick, imagine me and you have a child. We're in the hospital. I just gave birth. The nurse comes, passed me the paper to sign and put the child's name, and I put my last name. Sir, what are you going to do about it? I'm serious. I want an answer. What are you going to do about it? But sit there and be mad. Your only option is to say F the child. And if you say F the child because of a title, that says a lot to the fact that you're not marrying women and talk about it's just a title. Okay? All right? So listen. If the women say you ain't getting the last name, baby, you ain't getting the last name, come get it back in blood. We ain't wear no mask. You know who it was. We not hiding. I'm going to sit right here in front of you, hello, and put my last name. Okay? If and when the time comes where we get married, we'll change my name and yours. Y'all act like a name is something that can't be changed. Okay, AF, but half the men don't even be there. Exactly. Sir, please sit down. Okay? Period. Okay, tunnel vision. Y'all be exposing yourself in this chat. This fool said, someone say Lori Harvey has her stepdaddy last name. Okay, that's the way it's supposed to go. The man that raised that child have that child last name. It's the same with T.I.'s oldest daughter, with Zanique. When Tiny got with him. That man raised that child. She a Harris. The fuck? I mean, y'all gotta, and that's the entitlement that I'm talking about right there. That's the problem. That's the level of entitlement. That's an issue. Okay. So ladies, you cannot be friendly with your baby daddy. If he's not going to be with you, you need to cut that relationship off in entirety. Do not be like so many of these women who end up getting drug along for years. Okay. with the men sitting there dangling, okay, I'm going to marry you now. I'm going to marry you now. Just keep on holding on, and lets their baby daddy sit and lurk, scaring other men away, playing on your emotions, keep being friendly. And now before you know it, years and years go by and you've never been able to get married or have a healthy relationship because you've been playing house with your baby daddy. If you have the child and he doesn't want to be with you anymore, guess what? It's over. Do not call me. Do not talk to me. Unless it is something that has something directly to do with this child, we are not cool. No, you cannot come inside my house. Okay? Oh, thank you so much, Resilient Introvert, for the super chat of $100. He says, hey, God is just here to show support and love. Okay, because grown men who have self-control and have pride on their legacy, they're not upset by this conversation. They're sitting here listening to me like, and all they're knowing is this is exactly why my seed ain't going just anywhere. It's you Negroes who want to sit and just slither through life without having to actually commit to anything that are having an issue with what I'm saying right now. Okay? No, she's not using the child as leverage to get commitment. What she's saying is, if you ain't shitting, get off the pot. Okay? And that's what I'm saying. You're getting a little weird now, sir. Saying that she's using a child as leverage to get commitment. No. She's saying, nigga, what you gonna do? You're not gonna marry me? Okay, cool. Child, get my last name. Don't call me. I'll call you. If you ain't got nothing to do with this child, don't say nothing to me. Okay, because we're not going to sit here and act like there are not men who make a woman have a child just so he thinks he has access to her vagina for life. Let's not cap in this conversation. Let's just go ahead and keep it 1,000. Nobody is saying leverage. She's saying, are you going to be with me or not? If you're not, then we're not going to be together. You're one of those men who be mad because nobody want to play house with you. We're either together or we're not. That's not using a child as leverage for commitment. Most women are not moving like that. Most women, if you don't want to be with her, okay, that's fine. But please, sir, get out of my way for the man that does want to be with me. Y'all want women to sit and cry and wait for you for the rest of their life. No, man, you better move on. And in order for her to give herself the best chance to move on, she cannot be kiki and friendly with your ass. That is not using the child as leverage. Talking about that's an ultimatum. What do you mean that's an ultimatum? She has a child. You say you don't want to be with her. You say you don't want to be married. She says, okay, well then I'm leaving. And I'm not going to be kikiing with you. No, because the reason why I'm going back and forth with him is because a lot of men have that mindset. Okay, it's not. You don't want to marry me? Okay, that's fine. What I'm not going to do is have you round by my house, all in my face, on my couch, and kikiing and playing my emotion. If you don't want to be with me, that's fine. Here, you don't want to be with me? Okay, what's the co-parenting agreement? I'll have the child Monday through Thursday. When you want to come get him? This is how women need to handle this. You have the child. He don't want to marry. He don't be with you. All right. All that crying and begging and going back and forth is not it. You don't want to be with me? All right, cool. Let's go ahead and get this worked out. So, when you want the kids? Monday to Thursday. All right. I'll get them Friday, Saturday, Sunday. How much child support? Okay. All right. Here go my mama phone number. When it's time to drop the kids off, call my mama. You don't even get the privilege to see me when I drop this child off. It ain't, because what man want to get with a woman who is buddy with her ex? No men want to do that because they know how men are. They know that men are territorial. And as long as he's buddy, keep with the ex, the new man knows that it's a threat of her sleeping with him, especially when you have a child with him. So the new man knows that you're vulnerable to him. What J. Cole said, you better tell your ex chill, because I don't play them ex games. Most men don't do that. So that's why I'm telling you, ladies, if you have a child and this man don't want to be with you, he need to move around. All right. Don't want to be together? Parenting agreement. You get him on this day, pay this much child support. Here where we're going to meet. My mama come drop the kid off. My daddy will come pick the child up. Don't call me. I'll call you. We got a conference with a teacher on this day. Okay. I'll let you know 10 minutes before it starts. Don't call me unless it's about this child. It's that simple. It wasn't what you thought it was. It didn't work out. More women would have success in dating and relationships if they move this way. But allowing the baby daddy to lurk, okay? Allowing the, okay, logistics only. Allowing the baby daddy to lurk is not it. The child is here. The child is already here. We are not Casey Anthony. We're going to love our child. Okay? It is what it is. Everybody wants to sit and harp on, you had a child, you had a child, you had a child. I don't believe in doing that to women. Okay, the child's here now. What are we going to do? You know? Okay? All we can do is also, nothing about that is spiteful. It's factual. You know why it's spiteful? It's spiteful to the men who planned on having her have that baby to make her vulnerable to him and give him an in to go ahead and get some puss whenever he wants. That's why y'all saying it's spiteful. Man, that's so spiteful. I made you have that baby so I get free pussy for life and play on your emotions and tag you along. Okay? And this is why I'm telling the women, as a woman who I've been down this road, because some of y'all got kids, but your kids are still small. My child finna be 13 years old. I am not new to this, sweetie. I'm true to this. Honey, one day I will tell y'all the story of me and my baby daddy. Okay? If I tell y'all the story of me and my baby daddy, y'all are going to be like, because honey, it goes so deep. Okay? It goes so deep. This is why I could tell y'all what y'all need to do. Now y'all can believe it or not, but I'm trying to tell y'all what y'all need to do. Okay? Now I'm telling y'all, you know, this is what y'all ladies need to do. Don't listen to these men, because what these men are on here saying is, dang it, I did, you know, plan on having her have that baby so I can get free puss and play on her emotions. Men know our emotions and our mindset as women. They know that when you have his baby, you're vulnerable to him. This is why the men look at it as spiteful when a woman say, you don't want to be with me? Okay. I didn't say you can't see your child. I said, what is our co-parenting agreement? Spiteful would be, oh, well, you can never see your child again. I didn't say that. I said, you don't want to be with me? Fine. You get the child these days, here with the child support, keep moving. Okay? Because as long as the new man come around and your baby daddy is not lurking, as long as you are not ha-ha kiki friendly with your baby daddy, he ain't blowing your phone up, lurking, because y'all Negroes do not sit here and act like baby daddies don't be lurking. Okay? On my mama, God bless her soul. When I had my son was maybe, how old was my baby? It was recent when me and my baby daddy had split up. I lied to y'all not. My baby daddy would hide in my bushes in front of my house. What was that apartment complex called? My first apartment, I was homeless when I left my baby daddy and lived in my car because he was about to kill me. And I lived in my car, got a job, got an apartment. It was a cute little townhouse in Sanford. I was so proud of my apartment. I had worked my ass off to get. What was that apartment complex called? Cedar Creek. It was called Cedar Creek in Sanford, Florida. And it was townhouses. And in front of the townhouses, there was like a bush. My baby daddy would literally, on my dead mama, God strike me down right now, my baby daddy would wait for me in the bushes for me to get off work and would pop out the bush every day when I got off work and would try to steal something from me. He would either try to steal my license plate off my car, he would steal my glasses and break them because he knows I'm legally blind and can't see without. This is on God. To make sure that there was no man around the house. He did this to purposely torture me to make sure I could not get a man. This is why I stayed single for so long after my child was born, because this Negro was literally in my bushes. No cap. All right. On God. Literally in my bushes. No cap. On my son, Elijah Mackay Nelson, life. On my mother, Isla Nelson's life. That nigga would be in my bushes waiting for me to get off work. No cap. Okay? So let's not sit here and act like this. That's why I'm telling y'all women, don't play no game with your baby daddy. If he don't want to be with you, ain't no ha ha keep, ain't no none of that. Let him know. Don't come over here with that bullshit. Okay? Because it's the baby daddy coming over there with that BS of why you can't get no man. It ain't about the kids, it's about him. Okay? How I got rid of him, I moved. I moved out of Sanford and moved far enough where, you know, he couldn't know where I was. And I've been running ever since. Okay? Period. Yep. Of course the same dude in the picture. That's the baby daddy. Ain't got but one baby daddy, child. Okay, don't play with your baby. When I see y'all going back and forth with your baby daddy, boy, it could not be me. I'm also not going back and forth with no baby daddy about no finances. Listen, a man know what his child need. Okay, I was at work last week and it was some guys in there, and the guy he came in complaining about his baby mama, and he was like telling his barber and was like, man, baby mama tripping, you know what I'm saying? I'm just out here doing the best I can, you know what I mean? She be tripping, you know what I'm saying? She coming to me talking about, oh, the baby daycare due on Monday. I ain't got it, you know what I'm saying? I told her I'd give her what I can, but I ain't got it. So then I politely interjected. Normally I don't interject on their conversation, but I had to just go ahead and interject. And I was like, sir, and this is why I tell y'all women, don't sit here and go back and forth and argue with your baby daddy about money for your child. Men know exactly what these kids need. It's their child too. So do not let him play the game with you like he don't know. So this man coming here talking about, man, you know what I'm saying, baby, I'm tripping, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing the best I can, you know what I mean? She tripping on me talking about daycare due on Monday and they charge her late fees and she got to have the money. Man, I you know what I'm saying, man, she be tripping. So I interjected and I said, kids don't understand. I ain't got it right now. Okay, let me just, maybe you don't see the other side of this. Kids don't understand I'm trying my best right now. Okay. When the kids, who said Jim Doll said he getting that lineup though. Girl, I need some tea for that comment. Where is I can't wait for sis to send me my mug so I can have tea. Sis, tea would have turned into Hennessy if I would have sipped some tea with that comment. But you getting that lineup though. Uh-oh. I didn't even think about that part, sis. Ooh, Chile. Anyway, so I told him, I said, sweetie, you know, kids don't understand I'm trying my best or I ain't got it right now. They don't. Okay. So you got to make it happen. I said, so if the child don't go to daycare, how do both of y'all go to work? So basically what you're saying is you ain't got it, so the baby mama got to figure it out. I've been told y'all, don't play them games with him. If he start playing games like that, it don't get no better. Child support, that's what child support is for. Child support is for men who do not produce for their children without being asked to. You know this child got to go to daycare. You know this child got to eat. I'm not finna argue with you and go back and forth with you about paying and doing your part. I'm not doing that. When I sit and see y'all ladies go back and forth, I just be so sitting there like, why are you wasting your time? This is a grown-ass man. He knows damn well you can't feed your child. I'm trying my best and I ain't got it right now. He knows that. Please don't insult your own intelligence sitting there actually child support, ma'am. That's what child support is for. When they don't pay, child support. That's what it's made for. So some of y'all have children that are so young, so you haven't gone through all the changes yet. My child 13, baby, I've been there, done that. Okay. So now back to the beginning about if you're going to date a woman with children, what you need to look for. Number one, how old are the children? Okay. So the brother that I was counseling with, the woman child was 7 years old. I said, okay, in my opinion, I would never deal with someone whose children are younger than 5 years old, because y'all are still new to the whole baby daddy, baby mama thing. Y'all are going to still be going through the motions, and I just know how that is. And I also don't recommend that anyone, man or woman, get themselves involved with somebody with small children, because as long as those children are small, Oh shoot. As long as those children are small, there is a lot that is going to come with that, and you may not want to get caught up in that. Okay. Um. Yeah, 5 years old and younger, in my opinion, don't do it. Okay, because it takes a very long time. You gotta understand, y'all put your genetics and your DNA together to create an entire human being. That is a bond, whether you know it or not. Okay, whether you accept it or not, that is a major bond. Okay, so it takes time. Okay, it takes time for that bond to wither to where both people can be okay with each other having a new significant other, or or stuff like that. Okay, all that stuff take time. Okay, so brothers, how old is her child? What is the status with the baby daddy? Is he blowing up her phone? Is he lurking? That's a no. Number 3, and I will use myself as an example. So I was in a very committed relationship for 3 years, and we were engaged to be married. When me and him started dating in the beginning, now he didn't have any children. He didn't have any children, but he did not mind dating me because I was feminine and I kept myself together and I treated him well and I was an excellent lover and I only had one child. And I didn't have any baby daddy games going on. Okay. I even was willing to take it a step further for us to go ahead and move out of state just to make sure that we never have to see this man. Okay. Now, we never saw him prior to that. Okay. And there's reasons behind that. But, just so it would be 100% listen, we just ain't even got time. We're trying to move on with our lives. Okay. When we got together, you got to sit and have a conversation with a woman that has a child if you're going to date her. Now, if she's a lady that you feel like even with this child, she's still valuable. Some people felt like with him, like, well, why would you date her and you don't have any kids and she did? And in his mind, he was like, this is a good woman. I don't know what y'all niggas got going on, but I'm happy. I ain't trying to hear that. So in his mind, he felt like, okay, yeah, she has a child. Yes, I don't have any children. However, it was worth it for him. Like I said, I know, and he knows why. My pros outweighed the cons. Okay. Yes, I had a child. However, it was way more good that came with it. So for him, he made a choice of he didn't mind. But we had to have a conversation. I'm not saying it was all sweet and it was all this, that, and the third. We had to have a conversation. This is the important part. Okay. Yes, King Boat Boy, I love that. Every situation is different. That's a big fact. Okay, that's a big fact. It does have to be handled on a case-by-case basis because there are so many nuances to this. Okay, I need to get my eye drops. So I had already decided. I said, okay, when a man put a ring on my finger, when he get on one knee with a ring in front of his whole family and all of our friends and get on one knee and ask me to be his wife, I take that extremely seriously. Extremely seriously. So I had already told myself the woman has to have this agreement and understanding with herself before she even meets you. That, okay, the man that marries me, the man that gives me the honor of making me his wife, that is the man where, okay, he's going to be in the home with my child, whether the child's in the home or not, that he's going to be protecting me and we're going to be under his name and his jurisdiction in a way. I had already decided I would never, ever, ever put the responsibility on him, which is to, protect and provide for myself and my child. And then ever fix my mouth to ever say that he doesn't have a say-so in something or that he does not have rights to do something because it's not his child. In my committed. Now, keep in mind, ladies, I'm not saying this for any man that you're just dating and y'all just ha kiki. I'm talking about serious committed relationship. Okay, this was not just some guy, and I don't believe y'all just be meeting guys and then boom, you want to have a man around your damn children. No, I'm talking about committed relationship. Okay. What's going on in this chat? Where are my moderators? Ooh. Anyway, I had decided if we are going to be in this man's household and he is going to be responsible for protecting us, providing for us, there is no, this is my child. And we agreed that that would never come out my mouth, and it never did. Okay? What he said went. There was no difference. There was no, oh, this is not really your child. No, that was daddy. Well, if daddy say no, there is no, well, this is my child. No. He had me and this child in his household. That means that as a man, he is responsible for us. Society don't care whether that's his child or not. All they know is this child is under his household. Therefore, me and that child need to be protectable. For us to be protectable, that means that he gets just as much of a say-so. So what he said went, period. He had full power and control to discipline him as he saw fit, to set rules and standards as he saw fit. I never once would step in and say, well, excuse me, this is my child. No. Why? Because I'm with a man that I knew loved me and I loved him, and I knew he has our best interests at heart. Okay? So there was never any of that. When we would do things, he would say, this is my son. So it went the same way. We did not treat him like, oh, it's not really your child. There wasn't of that. It was, that's my son. Full control, full say-so, period. This is not for debate. And although we unfortunately did not make it down the aisle, I had decided that, when we did get married, Elijah was going to be getting his last name too. Okay, period. And even though we're not together, to this day, you could go to him and be like, listen, so what was the deal? He'll tell you, yeah, never once. Because that's the way it goes. Because he was the man that stepped up. Okay? Ladies, that's how it has to go. A man and a father is more than just someone who shoots your club up. A man and a father is a consistent everyday action. Okay? This is why, if you have one baby daddy, you got to learn your lesson. Now, once y'all ladies go to getting 2, 3, 4 baby daddies, at that point, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know what to tell you at that point. Because now you're just showing really horrible judgment. Okay? The next thing, fellas, you need to know the context in which she had this child. Was this just some F friend, some sex with benefits that she happened to get knocked up by? Was she in a serious relationship with this person? Was this like an agreement like, well, we both ain't got no kids, let's just go ahead. You need to know the circumstance. So for me, this man was prepared to marry me because of the circumstance in which I had my child. It was very understandable, okay? It was very understandable. My mother was dying. I was going through a panic of, oh my God, my family is dying. And subconsciously, I wanted to create my own family because I knew mine was dying. This was the only man I had ever known. I was also underage. He was an adult. So there was that factor there. So when I explain, again, ladies, sometimes where we go wrong is y'all be lying too much. Okay? Sometimes you gotta just keep it real. You will be surprised how when you are feminine, look good, and you're a good woman, and you are nurturing and a good lover and a good supporter, how a man, and you keep it real with a man, the man will not have a problem with it. I'm telling y'all this. Don't listen to what no one else is saying. Listen to me. You feminine, you look good. good lover, supportive, just a good woman, and you got one baby daddy, and you can keep it real, there is a man, you'll be surprised, a man would rather deal with a woman who is feminine, a good woman, and keep it real than a woman with no kids and ain't shit, okay? Underage, yes, meaning I was underage and he was an adult. What do you not understand about that? Do y'all know what underage means? It means under 18. Put 2 and 2 together. Yeah, it happens. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. Now, again, running around having a bunch of baby daddies is a whole different thing. However, hey. So fellas, what is the circumstance in which she had the child? Where is the baby daddy? How many kids do she have? How many baby daddies should she have? You have to take this on a case-by-case basis. How good does she look? How good of a woman could she possibly be? You have to weigh the options. Okay, like I said, half of us have kids out here, so sometimes you got to sit and find out what's most important to you and make it happen. So when I sat and broke it down with a brother, we went through all her circumstance. We went through all these talking points, and me and him said, you know what? It sounds like she got more good than bad. Okay. And most of the time, a woman, if she done already had a child and it didn't work out, the last thing she wants is to have another child and it don't work out again. So sometimes it might even be in the best interest of the man, because now she done already been there, done that. She's not going to want to do it again. And y'all are more prone to get together and stay together. Whereas a woman where y'all don't have any kids coming into it, she has nothing to compare it to. And she might be more prone to go ahead and, slide. Okay. So I'm like, this actually might be ideal for you guys. You already have a child. She already has a child. She's a beautiful woman. The pros outweigh the cons. She had very understandable circumstances in her having this child. Baby daddy not lurking around. She's willing to give you full control over the child. Hey, do it. Good feminine black women are hard to find. Case by case basis. Okay. There are certain things that you have to look at, guys. Okay. And that's what you need to look at. And that's all. There ain't nothing else to add to that list. That's it. Once you sit and you evaluate those things, that's going to tell you what you need to do. Period. What if multiple kids with 2 baby daddies? Now, me personally, I say don't do it. Now, again, it's on a case-by-case basis. But to me, if you had a child with more than one man unmarried, to me, it says bad judgment. It says lack of boundaries, lack of discernment, lack of self-control, and that can be a bad sign. Okay? I hate when a bitch say, you want my baby daddy. Bitch, I don't want my own baby daddy, bitch. I definitely don't want your baby daddy. I don't know how women that have more than one baby daddy, I just don't know how you do it. Boy, the next time when I get married and I have some kids, because I like to have a whole bunch more kids. I would like to have like 3 or 4 more kids. And I'm in heat too. I be in heat. Like my body is like, baby, we are ready, sweet. But I don't care how much my uterus is screaming at me saying, we're in heat. We're fertile. You big, tall, strong stallion of a woman, we are ready to reproduce. This is my uterus talking to me. You big, healthy, fertile, tall gazelle. Okay? We want to reproduce fine seeds. And I'm over here telling her like, girl, I'm just wait on it, okay? Because we're not doing this again in a bad situation, sweetie. We got to make sure this is the real deal this time, baby, okay? Okay, sweetie, listen. Sweetie, you need to calm down, sis. We're not doing all that, okay? It's coming when it need to come, but sweetie, big, fertile, tall glass of chocolate milk. Just, Lord. A breeder, okay? Husband only. All these niggas talking about we ain't getting married. Shit, I guess I won't be having no more kids. All this MGTOW, red pill, we ain't getting married. Okay, well, won't be this uterus getting used, sweetie. Well, that was fun while it lasted. Glad I got one out the way. No. I mean, I don't understand the multiple baby daddy thing. So, boy, next time I have some kids, oh, sweetie, you stuck with me. Oh, baby. Oh, no. I will never do the I will never do the baby daddy thing again. No, sir. Baby, we have children, sweetie. We in here, baby. Honey, we are in here, baby. And if you want to leave, you can take them kids with you. No, sir. Boy, when my next child, oh, baby, we stuck, sweetie. If you need space, go to your mama's house for the weekend. If you want to see other people, I got wigs. Okay? I don't know what to tell you, baby, but baby, we in this. Okay? Sometimes I do wonder, like, my child about to be 13. Like, do I really want to have more kids? I don't know, y'all. I might be one and done. It really is whatever the ancestors want. Okay, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If not, I can say I've had the honor of experiencing pregnancy and childbirth. I have one very healthy child to show for it. I don't mind being grateful for what I have. Okay, if my baby is my one and done, then I guess God will just have given me one hell of a kid and been like, listen, you got a real dope kid, so you don't need no more. And that might happen because my child is very outstanding. And he's very, his whole mind is just different. When I tell you that's my child, man, that is my child. So God might have said, listen, I'm gonna give you a dope ass kid, and that's gonna be it. And if and you know, I'm thankful to have a son, you know, so hey, if this one and done, I'm okay with that, but I would like to have many more children. But either way, my legacy is secure with my seed. So either way, I'm good. I would love a baby girl. Can y'all imagine me with a baby girl? Oh my God. It would just be not fair. It just wouldn't be fair. It just wouldn't. But it got to be the right situation, ladies. You know what I'm saying? Learn from your big sister. That's what I'm here for. A lot of women are afraid to come on here and tell y'all, don't be like me. I don't care. I'll tell you, don't be like me. Don't be like me. But even with me being like me, you know, I've still been able to be in happy, committed, healthy relationships, you know, because I've just made the best of my situation. That's it. Okay. I get you don't want to have baby daddies, but marriage don't stop divorce. Well, again, society says that if you're married and have a child, that's different. We're talking about if you're not married and have a child, not if you are. I'm 31. I absolutely could do 3 more. I could do 5 more. You know what I'm saying? It depends on a woman. I'm a 6 foot tall, thick, healthy 31. You know what I'm saying? So 31, I absolutely could have 3, 4 more children for sure. Okay? So we'll see. We don't know, y'all. We'll see. I know, right? Oh my God, if I had a daughter, I just do not know what I would do with myself. Oh my God, just thinking about it. Who knows, guys? We'll see. But I just cannot bring a child into this world under anything but the very perfect and ideal circumstance. And they say there's no such thing as a perfect and ideal circumstance. Yes, there is. Okay. Okay. The people maybe not be perfect, but the circumstance can be. Okay. Oh, y'all gotta worry about me. I hope you get married first. Oh, sweet. Baby, if I ain't popped out nan other child out this uterus in 13 years, why would I stop now? I'm grown. I know my body. I know how to not get pregnant. I'm grown. I'm too grown. I'm not getting pregnant by accident. The hell? I'm a grown-ass woman. I know how to manage my vagina. Okay? Well, y'all ain't got to worry about me. And I've never terminated a pregnancy either. Now, repost that status. How many women can say they've never terminated a pregnancy? Never. Okay? I'm responsible with I learned my lesson. I don't make... You know, I ain't gonna say mistake, but I don't make the same mistakes twice, sweetie boy. It take me one time. Okay, there is always a risk, but that's why I say ladies have to really know when you're ovulating. Okay. When I'm ovulating, I don't want to see, just stay away from me. When I'm ovulating, it ain't no coochie. You get no coochie when I'm ovulating. I'm talking about, I don't want to see a penis if I'm ovulating. When matter of fact, you know what I do when I'm ovulating? When I'm ovulating, I stay home. I don't even like to go in public when I'm ovulating, because as a woman, when you go in public ovulating, you literally, men are drawn to you. Like literally, it's so amazing to me how us as humans, how we communicate like that. When I'm ovulating, I stay home. Don't look at me. Don't talk to me, because I already know. If I walk around with my ovulation glow, before I know it, it's 100 dicks being offered my way. So I can't do that. So that's how serious I take it. I hide during my ovulation. Don't come near me. Do not talk to me. Don't even breathe in my direction when I'm ovulating. Yes, when a woman is ovulating, man, men be like, they can feel it, and it just be like, get away from me. Okay? Ooh, Infinite Charm said, I made the mistake of thinking I was sterile and got pregnant. Woo! That's what I'm saying. Like, when it comes, y'all got to understand. Well, see, okay, I'm not religious. I practice, to say in a basic form, African spirituality. Okay, you have guardian angels, I have ancestors. Okay, and I understand that when at conception, and each child pretty much is an ancestor reborn. So I just understand what conception really is. When we understand what conception really is, this is why you can't trust that when people say, oh, you're sterile. Okay, until the ancestors need somebody to come back, and they choose to do so through your womb. Okay, and then, then you sitting there looking at, how did I get pregnant? Yeah, that's why you don't say that, So, yeah. I hope this live stream was beneficial for y'all. We've been on here for a while. That whole DMX thing really threw off the live stream. So I wish I could just cut that part out, but it's going to make the live stream seem a lot longer than it needed to be. So someone said vasectomy is the way to go, even if a man doesn't have kids. On that note, appreciate you guys. We're going to try to go live again probably Monday. I think maybe Monday. I'm not going to lie and say that I'm about to go live this weekend, because knowing me, I'm not. Because tomorrow is Friday. I ain't got no job. And I know I am not going to be on here. So I gave y'all a nice, good live stream for tonight. It's late. I love y'all. I will see y'all Monday. Share this. Please like the video. Please subscribe. Do not come on here and like the video. If you enjoyed the content and you would like to support the live via Cash App, my Cash App is $sixthegoddis, GODDIS, just like it is in my my Instagram. Okay. So let me see. So I appreciate you all so much. I love you all. Thank you. Thank you, Stacy, for the super chat of $20. She says, thank you for the gems. Thank you, sister. Let me send you a heart. I appreciate you guys. Again, we'll look for a live stream on Monday. Our live stream on Monday is going to be about stop worrying about other niggas, because other niggas ain't worried about you. So many times men be talking about, well, I was going to do that, but I saw y'all be too worried about other niggas. Meanwhile, other niggas don't be worried about y'all when it comes to courting and dating women and, hunting women. And we're going to have a talk about it, because in 2021, I've been told y'all, I said social media has made men afraid of the hunt and afraid of the capture. And now all you have is a bunch of men minding their dicks around other men. And so we're going to talk about how y'all need to stop being worried about other niggas, and other niggas are not worried about you. Okay. So we're going to go in on that subject. We're going to go in on that, and it's going to be a good one. You fellas especially do not want to hold on. Okay, so now I see what y'all were talking about the DMX thing with Lunel. Man, see, this is why you don't believe everything you hear. Lunel talk about it's over. My friend is gone. Soar with the dubs. Join the best ever did it. Rest in peace, DMX. Then she turns around and says, when your spirit leaves and your organs fail you, the body becomes just a shell. One becomes wrapped in the Lord's arms. That's what I call gone. I'm sorry to all. Had us over here getting ready to have a heart attack. Had my anxiety acting up and everything for no reason. You just caused me a whole anxiety attack. Matter of fact, we might talk about DMX on the next live. We might talk about him on the next live because I have a lot I want to say about him. His situation is very there's so much to learn, okay? There is so much to learn about this whole DMX situation. My heart just go out to that man. Just a tormented soul. Why do you have no sympathy for DMX? Defund Tiana, why you say you have no sympathy for him? Why? Why not? Yeah, but how can you want to get attention by announcing somebody died? Surely there has to be another way. DMX was a genius. Well, see, this is why I want to talk about DMX, because he actually did not choose to do drugs. He actually did not choose to do drugs. He actually did not. And that's why I want to talk about him. I want to talk about betrayal of a child, and what happens when you betray a child and how it leads them to a life of constant torment. So we're gonna, now that solidifies it. We're gonna talk about it. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it because a lot of you guys probably don't even know his story, and that's why we're gonna talk. But I do. Like I said, I've followed DMX for so long. His story has always fascinated me. The reason why DMX story fascinates me is because his story is similar to my father's story. That's why I was getting panicking and so emotional when I think that's why I feel so emotionally connected to, finding out, talking about he died, because DMX reminded me so much of my dad, minus the 15 kids. I'm my dad's only child. My dad was the opposite of DMX. His permanent torture and torment made him not want to ever have any children. He purposely never had any children because he knew that he was permanently in torment, like how DMX is in permanent torment, because my dad was also betrayed as a child. So when a child is betrayed, most of the time they can never recover from it. Yeah, I don't think many people know the story. So we're going to talk about the story of DMX in my next live stream. And we are going to talk about why we're going to talk about our power as parents and how we permanently affect the mind of our children, okay? But this DMX situation, the only other celebrity that died and I was emotional about it was Whitney Houston. When Whitney Houston died, I cried my eyes out for two reasons. Number one, because I grew up on Whitney. My mama was Whitney Houston's #1 fan, and me and my mama, that was our thing. We would always watch Whitney Houston videos. My favorite Whitney Houston movie is The Bodyguard, minus the cracker they got her with. I know she with a cracker, but this was back before I even thought that way, so I didn't even see it that way back when I fell in love with the movie. But it's still one of my favorite movies from her. And when Whitney died, I cried like, yes, DMX got 15 kids. Matter of fact, I think he got 17 kids. So when Whitney died, I cried my eyes out, number one, because I loved her, and number two, because when she died, I went and grabbed my phone and called my mama to be like, Mama, Whitney Houston died. And then I remembered that my mom was dead. So I was like, you know, when Whitney Houston died, it made me accept that my mom died, because like when she died, I expected for my mama to like blow my phone up like, oh my God, Whitney Houston died. And when my mama didn't call me and I couldn't call her, I had a double whammy. I realized that Whitney Houston was dead, and then I realized that so was my mom. I know DMX is not dead. I'm not saying he is dead. I'm speaking on something else. So we're going to talk about it because there's a lot to learn from this DMX situation. And so we'll cover that on the next slide, guys, okay? I'm about to go to bed. Mama is tired. I've had a long day. I love y'all, and I will see y'all Monday. Please like, share, and subscribe to the video.